fall, we did a whole series of murals across Chelsea, and one of the artists that we worked with was Liz LaManche, who has been part of our mural program really since the beginning, working with us on Division Street. And we brought her back to do both touch up her electric chicken mural, it's now famous, as well as her Tu Casa mural. So hi Liz, thanks for coming over and chatting with us about your work.
Thanks very much.
So maybe we should talk about your electric chicken mural, which people really love. How did that come about?
The original sketch for that was just sort of a doodle for no particular reason, just because it was fun. And some of the best ideas come about that way, because like you're just riffing, there's no pressure. I was happy that it was chosen out of several other ones by people in the neighborhood, and it seems to have been popular. Americans need to take more risks with public art, so I'm really pleased that you all did.
So in that first year, as part of that community painting day, you also did the outlines for a design on the back of Tu Casa, which is then the design that you wrapped around the rest of the building. Tell us a little bit about what magic you brought to the Tu Casa building.
We talked with the Tu Casa owners, and we're trying to exemplify like what their restaurant is all about and their background in Colombia and South and Central American food. So it was sort of a fantasy, like Colombian farmscape and landscape, bringing in again the beautiful tropical colors, the idea of like the farmhouse and the banana tree, and rather than having it be a straight landscape, the sun is like an orange slice or a lemon slice relating to the food.
Tu Casa redid the side of that building, so it was like this fresh ground to lay on. So talk a little bit about like what the concept was for this year as you wrapped around the building.
The new wall, yeah, got fresh stucco, and that was directly facing Billingham Square, so it's a pretty visible wall. Because of the like limited visibility, it's definitely a part of the streetscape, but you're only going to see part of it a lot. So rather than create something new and different that people had to figure out that only had the design on the top half, I really wanted to just tie the whole building together as a unit and connect with that beautiful blue and the landscape elements to give a pop of color.
What's great is now that your electric chicken on one side and the Tu Casa mural on the other side is really like a great gateway to invite people down Division Street that you can see from Bellingham Square. And kind of the initial vision that we've been progressing year by year, has got not just that first block of murals, we've gone further down and did a whole series of roadway murals, and you were the mastermind designer for how we did those creative crosswalks and the roadway design. So can you talk a little bit about how you conceived what that design was?
I believe this is the first artistic thermoplastic in New England, especially on this scale, but I've searched around and I think this is the first. Thermoplastic is that heavy duty material that makes crosswalks, and it's actually melted onto the road, and it's much more permanent, much more brightly colored, and it comes in colors. So we got to do this amazing project where we added color and to the street in a more durable way. And we worked with the neighbors and got input as to what they value, what they want to portray about their neighborhood. And what came out is the sense of family, the sense of working together, and that brought up the symbolism of like bees and the working together to create a sweet home. So the honeycomb geometry wound up being the connecting force between all of this.
What I liked is that with the roadway murals, we did sort of a combination of the thermoplastic, which had to be professionally installed, and the painting versions that weren't quite as robust, but it meant that people were able to really get their hands actively involved in doing actually executing it.
And also I love the fact that we were able to like design it in place as like an experience. Like being at the bottom of that walkway is a different experience from being at the top of that walkway, but they're all connected. And as you travel down, it's like a story. You can experience like a different highlight and then a quiet period and then another highlight, and it draws you along. I think of the people who inhabit the place as being the clients. Like this is comes out to eventually be like a love letter or a gift for them. Like they're the owners of it, and I want it to enhance their life, make their day more fun.